Hello, and welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to discuss stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today we're playing a video game. Now, some of you who have subscribed to my channels and have checked out some of my other videos that are usually related to pipe smoking and tobaccos and reviews and things like that, you may be wondering what in the world's going on here. Don't worry, if you're not into video games, you don't have to watch this video. I won't have hurt feelings or anything, it's totally fine. But I occasionally like to play video games, and I thought I'd post a couple play videos for this one. This is a video game that just came out recently. It's called Divinity Original Sin by Larian Studios. It's a small Belgian studio. And the cool thing about this game is that it was actually funded partially by Kickstarter. They had had a couple releases in the past that were sort of low budget, kind of well received, but not maybe a little under the radar for some people. They funded this on Kickstarter. They said if they had a really good budget, they could make a really cool old school role-playing game in the likes of like Baldur's Gate 2, with an isometric perspective and sort of, I don't know, just kind of an old school feel. And so I thought I would pick this up. They were successful, they got the funding, they made the game. It's been well reviewed. I don't really know too much about it other than the fact that it has been well reviewed and it's supposed to be reminiscent of those old games that I kind of grew up on. So we're going to give this a try. We're going to do a new game here. Single player. Now bear in mind, I am not a crazy gamer. I'm not some sort of insane min-maxer in terms of statistics and things like that. I'm just going to go in here kind of blind. I'm going to muddle through a little bit. So if you are someone who, I don't know, is almost professional in the way you play video games, bear with me. Be patient. I'll probably fumble around a little bit, but I think it'll be fun. And this is a Let's Play, it's not a walkthrough. This isn't going to be, you know, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 89, showing every little aspect of the game, going through the entire story or anything like that. I'm just going to be playing, I'll be jabbering throughout the entire thing, making a lot of mistakes, I'm sure. As far as I know, this game doesn't really hold your hand very much, so there's going to be a lot that I need to figure out as I'm playing, and I'll probably screw it up constantly. So right off the bat here, this shows how much I know about the game. I guess I have to pick 2-player characters. We've got Scarlet, a rogue, and Roderick, a cleric. So, 1 and 2 for each character. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but I think we'll customize. Let's see what some of these classes are. Shadowblade, a powerful assassin whose arsenal of both daggers and magic would terrify any enemy if they ever saw it coming. Interesting. Wayfarer, survivalist and a practitioner of magic. The Wayfarer is hard to hit and even harder to evade. Usually when I play role-playing games, I think the last role-playing game I played was Skyrim, and usually my play style is sort of, I like doing kind of half fighter, half mage kind of thing, and I'm not sure if I can spec out characters the same way in this. But it looks like we have fairly traditional classes here: clerics, magic users, fighters, knights. So I'm not sure if this is like, number 1 means my primary character or what the deal is, but I think for primary I'll probably do a fighter. Let's see what happens when I hit customize here. Okay, fighter. There was no legion in the slums of Yathul Ghor. There was no mayor, no magistrate, no law, only the fighter. If your horse had been stolen, the fighter would fight it. If your landlord extorted you, the fighter would help him see reason. This justice was harsh, but effective. Order persisted. When the king heard of the vigilante who dared enforce the law without the monarch's consent, he was outraged. "Banish this traitor," the king said. But the king's guard could not subdue the warrior, no matter their swords and spears. At last the king called upon a black witch to cast a spell upon the so-called usurper. As the fighter slept, terrible nightmares invaded where soldiers could not. Mad with terror, the fighter fled and wandered for weeks before the nightmares began to subside. But if the fighter dared wander in the direction of home, the nightmares began afresh. The king might be untouchable, but dark magic was not. As a source hunter, the fighter would destroy the charm at its root. The king could come after. Source hunter. Alright. I'm obviously not going to go through every single class and read all of these, but let's say my first character, let's make a fighter. I'm male, so let's make that character male. Little red-haired ginger weirdo here. I'm not sure about these portraits. I guess this is kind of odd. I guess you just pick a portrait and your character doesn't necessarily look like the portrait. AI personality. So I'm assuming since you have two characters, maybe when you're not controlling one of them, this AI will take over. I don't know what any of these mean. Free, priest, judge, maniac, rascal, knight, random. I think I'm kind of a rascal. Let's do rascal. Voices.
Better to detonate that mine safely than trip over it myself.
Okay.
Careful, I spotted a trap.
Alright.
I may have a blade or two that could use a honing.
Okay, so we have flamboyant Ponce.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Kind of arrogant jerk.
Perhaps I can detonate that explosive from a distance.
And Keanu Reeves.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Ah, a forge.
A whetstone wheel. Now, what do I have that needs sharpening?
Alright, I guess I'll go with the rogue voice. Skin color. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Oh! Yeah. Nice skivvies there, buddy. Those are like wizard pants or something. Let's see. Honey glow. Sweet almond. Wow, that's pretty pale. Whoa, that's very pale. Fair rose. Oh! I don't think you'll see anyone as black or anyone as white as some of the colors I've seen here. Warm Moranti. Wow. Alright, well, I think I'm closest to Golden Touch here in skin color, and obviously his body is exactly like mine already, so I don't have to deal with that. Head. Some face tattoos. It's pretty badass. Oh, little forked beard. Some sassy eyeliner there. More tattoos. Face paint. That's not bad. We'll do something like that. I don't like this hair color. I don't want to be a ginger. Summer wheat blonde. Jet black. Looks more like brown, but... Whoa! Green. Pink. Alright, let's go with just jet black. Not liking this. Whoa! Wow. That is quite the afro flat top. It's like Kid and Play. House Party 2! Little ponytail. What is this? The Justin Bieber. It's sort of like samurai top knot. It's not bad. Oh! Like Final Fantasy character. Is that a beat? Oh no, it's a monk. Okay. I thought he was wearing a little stocking cap. Fabio. Caesar. Is it cornrows? Whoa, faux hawk. Got the hipster faux hawk going. Mohawk. This better be a ponytail. Oh yeah. Oh!
That's the Beatles. I don't know if I want to go fight evil in this crazy mystical land, I don't know.
Sorry, that was my horrible Beatles impression. Oh, there we go. Harlem Globetrotters. Kind of matches the shorts. I think we'll go with samurai top knot. Oh, we can pick our underwear here. It's kind of odd for character creation. I'm used to maybe more selection availability, like you can, you know, alter the face and things like that. But here we have underwear and hair. We got long board shorts, boxer briefs, or the wizard pants. I think I'll go with the boxer briefs. That's kind of my style. Alright, and in terms of picture, I guess we've already got the face paint here. This is weird that you have to select a portrait that doesn't necessarily match your character. But I guess I'll go with... Let's see. Not that this is all that important, but it kind of is. This is a role-playing game. I guess we'll go with this guy. This could be me with my hair down, I guess. Alright, so we have our attributes and such here. Strength, constitution, speed, perception, abilities, talents. Opportunities gives you the ability to perform attacks of opportunity. So I'm assuming these talents are kind of like perks in Fallout or something like that. Your gear has a 50% chance of not losing durability. And then starting skills. Alright, let's see what happens when we try to customize this. So we have our attributes. Obviously as a fighter, I'm assuming strength is going to be my main attribute. Then we have speed, affects your movement, initiative, and how many action points you can use. Okay, perception affects your critical chance, initiative, starting action points in combat, ability to detect traps, and accuracy when shooting over long distance. I don't really know. See, I'm going into this so blind that I'm not sure exactly where I want to put. I think I'll just leave this alone for now. Starting skills. I'm going to remove everything and start fresh, I think. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Battering Ram, Crushing Fist, Cure Wounds, Divine Light, Dust Devil, Encourage. So, wait a minute here. Okay, so I have attributes, so maybe these attributes and skills are going to determine... Okay, Man-at-Arms. Allows you to learn and use 3 Man-at-Arms skills. Okay, Defense, Armor Specialist, Bodybuilding, Physical Status, Shield Specialist, Weapons, Single-Handed. I'm never a huge shield guy, so I think I'm going to take away this. Bodybuilding might be good, Armor Specialist. Decreases heavy armor penalty. Okay, Arrow Thurge. Determines how many Arrow Thurge spells you can learn and how many action points. So Arrow Thurge, Arrow must be air spells, Geo, earth spells, water spells, fire spells, I'm assuming, pyrokinetic. So I guess it looks like you can do, even if you're a fighter, you can do spells. I don't know if I want to, though. Personality. Charisma. First impressions you make on other people, and talent for charming, intimidating, and reasoning. I think I'll give that point I took away from Shield Specialist and put that in Charisma. Craftsmanship. I don't think I need any of that. You're not going to be my crafter, blacksmither. Yeah, see, I should have probably read a little bit more about this game so I'd know where to put my skills, but I think a little charisma, little man-at-arms skill, armor specialist, bodybuilding, I think that'll work. And talents, my precious. Every time you hit or get hit, your gear has a 50% chance of not losing durability. Could be useful. What else have we got here? Thick skin, extra base armor, plus man-at-arms times 2. Ah, that sounds kind of good. Stench. Scientist gives you a bonus point in blacksmithing, crafting. Politician. Okay. Pet pal enables you to talk to animals. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Pack mule, amount of weight, morning person. Oh, you could do lone wolf so you don't have to have a companion. Huh. Know-it-all, 5-star diner, farming, spells, escapist. I guess... I'm not sure about this my precious thing. It could be very useful, but I kind of like the idea of thick skin. So I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah. Okay, so now when we do our abilities, it should give me more man-at-arms skills, so let's see. That is man-at-arms. Battering ram, rush forward in a straight line to a point far away, hitting all enemies in your path. Crushing fist, enormous suspension, extra down 4 to 5 crushing. Heal a nearby target. Decreases willpower and bodybuilding. Okay. Spin around with your weapon and hit all adjacent enemies for 15 to 20 slashing. That's kind of interesting. Encourage your enemies. Improve damage of melee attacks. And that doesn't use any action points. That's probably pretty useful. What other skills can I learn here? So I don't think I can do these because I don't have... Let's see. 0 rogue skills. Okay. So I have no scoundrel. Okay, I can't pick any of these skills because I don't have these talents. Let's go with battering ram. And cure wounds could be quite useful. We'll try that. Alright. Oh, his name is still Scarlet. We'll probably change that to my name. Or my middle name. That's what I usually use in fantasy role-playing games. Arthur. Okay. So now let's customize this guy. We'll make this the female. Ooh. Let's see her. Oh, she's got her wizard bikini on. Her personality. Spirit, free, priest, judge, maniac, rascal, knight, random, loyal. I like my ladies to be loyal. Voice.
Careful! I've spotted a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, a forge. The one place metal and bread are welcome in equal measure.
Okay.
A whetstone. Quite useful for a war-weary blade.
Alright, we'll go with the upper class English accent. Skin color. I want to get a little multicultural here. Oh. Hey. I don't know if I want an orange person. Deep olive. Satin sand. That's kind of nice, sort of Mediterranean. Hair, hair, hair. Oh, we got like the Amelie. Marianne from Gilligan's Island. Princess Leia. Aeon Flux. It's like Disney princess. Cornrows. I always have to throw in the cornrows. Dirty hippie. Diana Ross and the Supremes. No, that's kind of nice. A little short haircut there. Sandra Bullock from Gravity. That's kind of boring. I don't know, baby. I kind of like... Maybe we'll do this. It's kind of sassy. Hair color. No. 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 White. That's kind of cool. Let's do that. Underwear. We'll go with the wizard bikini, I guess. This picture does not look anything like her. She's red hair. Whoa. Oh, she's like a geisha. I guess I haven't done the head things yet. Oh, okay. That's her hair and her skin. We'll do that. Head. Whoa. Way too much eye makeup there. Wow. Goth. Scary. Ooh. That's kind of cool. She looks a little intimidating that way. Alright, we'll go with that. We both have white face paint. I think I'm just going to make her, let's see, enchanter, orcs, puppets, creatures of the void, dolls for the enchanter. Enemies are mere toys, then blah, 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 blah. Fighter, no. Knight. I guess I'll pick something in the magical realm to offset my character. Wayfarer is interesting. What is this? Expert marksman. She's a marksman and also magic, it looks like. Yeah, Hydrosophist and Geomancer. Witch. She's a witch! Yeah. Just reading this really quick. I don't know, are witches evil? Wizard? Battle mage. The warrior was lost at night approached. To be alone in the darkness of these haunted woods meant certain death, but there was nowhere to turn for shelter. Nearly resigned to fate, the warrior's eye caught something in distant light through the trees. The warrior approached, and bit by bit the gentle glow became a campfire. A wizard sat nearby, holding his thin hands with a small flame. Approaching cautiously, the warrior asked for shelter, and the wizard was happy to oblige. The two became both friends and tutors, and the warrior learned several of the wizard's finest spells. As they traveled, they happened upon a cave from which a terrible groaning echoed. The warrior waited first, inching along the cold cave walls, as the groaning grew louder deep within. A figure, half woman and half demon, writhed upon the floor, a sorcerer possessed. The woman turned to escape, but it was too late. The sorcerer screeched and cast a deadly spell, but before it could... Oh, sorcerer. S-O-U-R-C... Okay. I get it now. But before it could find his target, the wizard threw himself in his path. The wizard, now a battle mage and a source hunter, never forgot the wizard. Okay, so the warrior is... Oh, maybe I should have been a battle mage for my main dude, because this is what I like. This is man-at-arms skills and kind of magic-y skills, but damnations, I guess we'll just go with wizard for her. Let's try out our customization of her attributes. Intelligent, constitution, speed, perception. I'm going to leave that as it is for now. Weapon skills, doesn't need any of those. Willpower, probably useful for the wizard. So she has Geomancer and Pyrokinetic, so that's earth and fire. I'm assuming that these complement each other. So air and water. So I guess I'll leave her with Geomancer and Pyrokinetic. She has Charisma. I don't think she needs Charisma. Lore Master. That's probably useful. And maybe she should have some crafting skills, because I don't have anyone who's doing any crafting. I wonder what helps with crafting, if intelligence does. Let's give her crafting. Talents, Far Out Man. Increases the range of spells. Know-it-all, decreases everyone's attitude towards you, but gives you an extra point in intelligence. That's useful. Bonus point in blacksmithing and crafting. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to do scientist for her. So she's going to be my crafter. Maybe that's a mistake, but whatever. You know what? That animal talking thing, I'm a fan of. Let's change her name real quick. She's not going to be Roderick anymore. I don't know. Let's see. How about just that? That'll work. I want to check this really quick. I think I want to get rid of Opportunist and add Pet Pal. I like the sound of that. If I can talk to animals. Okay. Alright, I think this is going to be my party. We have Arthur and Mari, a fighter and wizard. Let us accept. Are you sure you are done with the creation of all your characters? Yes, I'm sure.
In the days of old, the sorcerers of Rivellon cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Rivellon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever Source appears, hunters follow.
Sure about this whole sorcerer pun thing, but I guess we shall see. Ooh, a cutscene.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunter. The cam wants you up on deck.
Not the best quality, but I guess this was crowdfunded.
I don't ever you go in there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry enough for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the counselor in. Source in a city like Sicil. Nowhere safe anymore.
Okay, investigate a murder in Sicil.
Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Sicil. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look. Those are orc ships.
Oh dear God.
And they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can, and drop you off on the beach. Be wary now. Orcs are on the attack. Undead have closed every route out, and there's a sorcerer on the loose. If we're to get justice for the counselor, you'll have to keep your wits about you. May the luck of the gods be with you both, Source Hunters.
Thanks, Captain. And here we go with the title splash screen. Assuming I'll get to play now. Alrighty. If enemy thrives on poison, try another element instead. Many items and adventures are hidden off the beaten path. Alright, welcome to Divinity Original Sin. Click anywhere on the ground or hold the left mouse button continuously to begin exploring. Alright, here we go. Looks pretty good. That cutscene had me a little worried, but the actual in-game graphics look not too bad. So we've got our two character portraits here. I'm assuming the highlighted one... Okay, that means I'm in the lead. Aha! Okay, so that switches the main character. What what about... How do I get to inventory here? Let's press I. There we go. Okay. So that shows everything. Alright, well this is going to be very complicated, I'm sure. We'll get into this more in the future. But let's start wandering around here. Wait a minute, what did I just press? Okay, I pressed Alt and... Aha! Okay, I found a broad skull by pressing Alt. I guess it highlights things that are on the ground. A shell used to consume.
If I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
Okay, let's see this interface up here. Connection menu, game menu, toggle camera mode, map, tutorial log, and journal. Let's see this map. Alrighty. Secrets, journal, dialogues, recipes. Alright. We'll get into this. We'll get used to all this stuff. There's lots of shells on the ground. I'm not sure if I need these shells. Ooh, a conch shell. I hope these shells are useful at some point. Another shell.
Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What, did you expect it to have an entourage?
You. What is this? Get out of my way, woman. You found a magic scroll. With it you can cast spells you haven't yet learned. Alright. Let's look at the dead man here. We have got a traveler's journal. Use to read. How do I use? Take or send to Mari. How do I use it in the interface here? Do I have to grab it? I don't want to grab it. I want to just use it. Okay, I guess I have to grab it. Inventory. Traveler's journal. Journal updated. Junar 21.
Rejoice, for the statues have granted my wish. Their whimsical nature, however, must not be taken lightly, so before I soar through the sky like an eagle, I shall attempt a mere hop from the cliffs down at the beach. This should be a small feat for the man that can fly. If this experiment is successful, the sun shall be my next target.
Alright, so he was crazy and he jumped off a cliff. Click on characters that have exclamation marks above their heads. This will initiate dialogue. Alrighty. This is a cooperative dialogue. It allows you to roleplay discussions between the two main characters. Can you believe this? The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues, of all things. Well, great deeds require the occasional leap of faith. No, I think that's pure madness. How could someone be so utterly naive? Rivlin is no stranger to the supernatural. He might well have flown into the sunset and looked down at us cynics laughing. Okay, I wonder if that has to do with the AI I picked for her. Romantic +1, pragmatic +1. Interesting, okay, so I guess you gain attributes based upon your reactions in dialogue. I'm still pressing Alt, looking around on the ground. I'm usually a scourer when I play role-playing games. I really like to look around the... Okay, can't go in there. Guess we'll just wander around. There was another path down below, but for now, there's another shell. Wooden crate. These crates have been quite disappointing lately. Ooh, an axe. That's one thing I should probably check is draw sheath weapons. So I do have a sword and a shield. Oh, I took away my shield skill, didn't I? I wonder if I can dual wield. Let's see what happens. No? Okay. Source Hunter male armor, Traveler bracers, training sword. Very basic equipment right now. She's got a staff. So it looks like she can dual wield. Why can't I dual wield? Huh. Well, we'll see. Maybe that's a skill I have to learn later. Anyhow, you can zoom in and out. That's kind of cool. Still wandering about. Oh, stairway. Uh-oh.
Curses upon them, source hunters! Secure the stone! I'll deal with these rats.
Goddess be with you, master!
Oh dear God. I don't know how to fight yet. Okay, is he running?
Rise! Arise! Drawn forth from blood!
Oh
I
no.
bid you aid me.
Oh no. What are these? Creepy skeleton dudes. Okay, combat is turn-based. To move, attack, or cast a spell, you need to use action points. Different actions have different costs. Your turn ends when you have no action points left. Okay, so... Whoa! Oh, look at these skeleton dudes. Hey, buddies. Ooh, they're scary. Alright, so... I'm a fighter, so I should be a little closer, I believe. And so I've used... Okay, these must be my action points down here on the bottom. And I've got this hotbar with nothing in it. Okay, so this uses 0 action points. So if I guess I've already used up too many action points to do any of my actual attacks, so I will just use this melee power stance. And now I can't do anything else, so I guess it's her turn now. Hold control and hover over targets to learn more about their attributes. It's not telling me much there, people. Cursed Lieutenant. Alright, well, what can she do? She can do... Midnight Oil, create an oil surface. Aha. So I guess I use that, and then I use... Oh, except if I use that, I won't have enough action points to use my fire spell, but I'm assuming I can light that on fire. Now, if I save action points, do they continue on to my next turn? That is the question. Oh, and I have a fireball scroll. I am going to... that's 4 action points. I think I'll use this on him. Bam! That did some damage. Now I'm going to save the rest of my action points, and I'll see if they carry over to my next turn. Uh-oh. Ow! Oh, okay, he missed. Okay, so that worked. Battering ram. Or I can just do... Okay, so that's just normal attack. If I left click, let's try that. And I missed. There you go. Let's try it again. And I missed again. You suck. Alright. Let's try... Okay, it looks like my action points did carry over. So I'm going to use oil slick, or oil whatever the heck it was. Now I'm going to use fire. I'm going to light the oil. Now why can't... Wait a minute. Okay. Ooh, oh, burning failed. Alright. Here we go. Ow! Oh! Alright, that didn't do too much damage though. I'm gonna try my battering ram. Ba-bam! Okay, he fell over. Now it's her turn. Let's try this flare again. Nice one, Mari. Alright. This dude's getting up. Now I'm gonna just hack him with my sword. Ooh, there we go. Alright. Press Alt to highlight objects.
Something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Can we get inside?
Dungeon. Outmoded cloth bracers. Don't mind if I do. Dungeon. Where's the dungeon? Is this the dungeon? This looks like a dungeon. Ancient stone gate. I think we're both pretty healed up. What is the quick save button here? I'm going to start hitting F function keys. Ah, there we go. F5 is the quick save. Let's enter this dungeon. Alright, so here we are at a dungeon. I think we will end our first episode here. We'll cut this up into more bite-sized pieces, and I guess in the next one we'll explore this little dungeon. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this is like a tutorial or something. I'm assuming it's not going to be too tough because it's right at the beginning of the game, and hopefully we'll be able to navigate it without too much trouble. But until then, I have been Bradley. This has been Stuff and Things, playing Divinity Original Sin. You have been the audience. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later.